Hello ladies, good evening, it's Caddy here with you to share my 7th process video titled Hello Lovely, and this is going to be my 2nd out of 10 videos for my Work It Wednesday challenge. If you guys have seen my previous 2 videos, on Wednesday this past week I started a challenge. It's just a little challenge that I did just to challenge myself, but of course you're all welcome to join. And I would love to see if you guys do join what you come up with. So basically I just gathered a bunch of materials from my stash, papers and embellishments and stickers and all that, and you know, just stuff that I've had for some time and some stuff that is new, and I'm just trying to use it all up. So that's what my Work It Wednesday challenge is all about. So I'm scrapbooking these 2 pictures that you're going to see. These 2 photos were from a trip that my boyfriend and I went on last April. We went to Vegas. It was my first time in Vegas. Yay! Love Vegas. And the pictures I printed at home. I've been printing at home with my HP printer, and it's funny because right before I started printing these pictures, it notified me that I was low on ink, and it's I guess the magenta ink. So my pictures printed this funny color, looks kind of like a sepia, or I don't know what, just a funny color. And then one of them printed half of it was normal and the other half was that weird color. So rather than just discard the photos, I thought, hey, you know what, I'll just use them. and they're you know, it's just different colors, and the way I place the photos, it just kind of looks like that sepia color or whatever that color is just fading into you know, from the regular color to the sepia. So I showed you earlier the papers that I pulled from my 2 paper stacks, which I'm using, which is the Dear Lizzie paper pack, which is that bottom chevron paper. And then the rest of the papers are from that old die cuts with a view pack that I have. And there are the pictures, and there's that funny color I'm talking about. And it actually, you know, it worked out in the end, because really my main focus for the picture, you know, what I wanted to show in that picture, aside from us of course, was that the ceiling, because those pictures were taken at the Venetian Hotel in Vegas, and that ceiling, which is on the picture that is on the right, it is just gorgeous, and it just has all of the paintings, and oh, it's just beautiful. So I really wanted that to show, so that part actually came out okay. So it all worked out in the end, and I like it. I mean, it's fine. It's one of those things that happens, but you know, you just gotta roll with it and keep going. So that's what I did. So I'm just matting the pictures on black, and the back paper, I don't know if you guys can see, is like a dark green from the die cuts with a view pack, and I'm just kind of trying to keep it neutral with this layout. And the supplies that I picked out, most of them are pretty bright and colorful, so I just kind of gathered everything that I have that is neutral, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm, like I had said before, I'm trying not to go into my stash to use anything else as far as embellishments go. You know, I will go in and use stamps or punches or stuff like that, but I don't want to go in and use any other embellishments, because I think I picked out enough things that I want to use. So I'm just trying to stick to those things. And I'm just pulling from that die cuts with a view corrugated pack, and I pulled out a gray and a green, and I ended up using that green. There's a lot of texture going on this layout, which I love. I love adding texture to the layout. It just makes it fun and interesting, and it's just you know, you just kind of layer texture on texture, and I just really like the end result with that. And then I'm taking those flowers, and I don't really want to use flowers on this, so I don't end up using it. And then I just feel like it needs something else, you know, add some more layers. And then I'm looking through that paper pad, and the only really neutral paper was that one, but I placed there and I don't like it. It just kind of blends in too much with that a piece of burlap that I placed there, so I just end up removing that. And then one of my little flourishes, it broke in half, so I have to piece it back together. And here I go. I thought, you know what, I don't want to use that that paper that I just removed, so I just cut this one down and then I used it on either end, and I was happy with that. So then I'm just taking these tags. These are I think these are what are those tags? I don't know where they are. They're in that box. I put all my supplies that I'm using in a big box, so every time, just because I don't want to get them mixed up with all my other supplies, because my challenge is to use just those, so I have everything in a big box. And that's little tab pad is probably way at the bottom. So yeah, either way, on my video where I explained everything I'm going to be using, which is titled Work It Wednesday Challenge, there you can see all the supplies, and I did give more detail on what I am using. And then I decide, I take those chipboard, those are Studio G chipboard stickers, and then I use 4 of them, and then I actually just decide to go with the top, what I put on the top, which it says hello lovely, and I just decided to go with that as my title, because it was such a lovely hotel. And who knows, maybe next time we go to Vegas we can stay there, because we stayed at the Paris hotel, which was also lovely, but this place is just beautiful. And that's definitely Italy is one of the places on my bucket list to visit before I die, so hopefully I get to do that. And but yeah, it was nice just being in this hotel, and we visited most of the hotels on the strip, but this was one of my favorites. And then I'm just taking that vellum pack, and I'm gonna punch out with my scallop punch. Just gonna punch out little vellum piece, and that just says live, laugh, love. And then that bottom piece that I also pulled out, I'm cutting it off screen because I don't want to place my what is it called? Yeah, my cutter. I can't think of the word right now. I don't want to place it on top of my layout because I haven't glued everything down, so my trimmer, that's what it is. Oh my. So I kind of decided I like everything where it is, so I'm going to start adhering everything down. And then what I did in the beginning, which you can see it behind that paper, that green paper, I cut out the whole center of it. I do that a lot just to save paper, because that piece of green which was in there I could use on something else. So you know, I do that a lot whenever I'm doing something like this, where I'm layering different colors, different color papers, or just, you know, different cardstocks. I tend to take the middle out so that I can use it on something else later. and I'm finally using those wood squares from American Crafts. Oh my goodness, I didn't know what to do with those. I just have a really hard time using those because they are big. I've seen some girls here on YouTube who say they have the same problem. You know, and I don't know, like, they're just kind of hard to work with. So, you know, especially since they're really cute. They have really cute, you know, words. Like the one on the bottom right says smile, the other one says life is good. And then I did back that with some black cardstock so that it can pop a little bit more. And they're really cute, but I don't know. I just have a really hard time using them. But I got 3 on this layout, so I was really happy with that. And I thought about maybe coloring them, you know, adding some color or misting them, but I decided not to. You know, this layout I wanted to keep neutral, and I didn't want to add too much shimmer or too much, you know, of anything else. So, and I like the wood look. I love wood. I love anything neutral, you know, cork, burlap, wood. I love it, and I want to try to keep it as close to being that neutral as possible. So that's why I didn't add anything to it. But I did think about it, and I did look over at my Lindy Stamp Gang Mists, and I was going to use a green, and I thought about using it maybe on that little circle one, but I don't end up doing it. I just leave it as it is, and I'm happy with that. And then what you're going to see me do right now, because I want to stick that tag back there, which is where I'm going to do my journaling, I'm just placing it, and then I'm just placing those foam adhesive squares under it, right under it, so that it just kind of sits on those, and then I can pull that in or out. So kind of like creating a little pocket for it without actually making a pocket. Just placing down my my title, Hello Lovely. And those Studio G chipboard stickers, I've also had a hard time using them. I don't know why. They're very cute and you know, but I don't know, I've had a hard time. And then I realized that the back of those wood flourishes are light wood. So I said, you know what, maybe I can do that. But then actually, you know, I just realized it's too much of the light wood. So, you know, the darker wood kind of stands out a little bit more. So that's what I end up doing. I use the back part of that, which is the darker wood, which is what I originally had on there. And I'm just referring back to my picture because I want everything to go where it was, because I liked the way I had positioned everything. So there I go, deciding to use the dark part of that wood. And then I just take those 2 little pieces of that ribbon and just place them on the layout. You know, I didn't want to throw them away. I always try to use up, you know, as much as I can. I don't like to throw things away, even though I have the whole little spool of that ribbon. But I don't like to throw things away, so I just tuck them in 2 different places and you know, just add a little something extra to the layout. And then now I'm taking well, I'm deciding what I want to do to put that little scallop circle that I punched out. and I decided to go with the hexagon punch, and I just grabbed this gold. Well, now it kind of looks craft colored on the video, but it is gold. And I just use that and place that up there. And then I take the same gold paper, and I'm looking, step away from the camera because I am looking for my little heart punch. Takes me a minute to find it because it's small, so it's under all of my punches. There we go, I found it. So I'm just punching out a few hearts, and I'm just going to place those randomly around the page. And then I just stamp, I take some of that little memento, I think it's memento, yeah, memento dewdrop ink, and it's in the rich cocoa color, and I just stamp my date on the little card where I'm going to do my journaling. And I don't stamp it very well, so I have to stamp it twice, and you can't really see it all that well, but it's okay because the photo on the bottom right, the photo has the date. And then I'm just gonna add some brown twine to that, so I can pull that out once it's in my album. I can pull that out and read the journaling. And then the only thing you won't see me do on camera, which I always forget something after I stop recording, is I add enamel dots, and you'll see them on 3 places on the layout. Some brown from my do-it-yourself enamel dots. I add those on there, and I'm looking at that, but I don't decide to use that. So here are the close-ups. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thank you for watching again, and stay tuned because my challenge is not over. Bye-bye. Have a great day.